everyone, it's Nicole with Plan with Nicole, and today I'm going to do a unboxing of some Pinkfresh Studio washies with coordinating dies, and then I'm going to also do a spread for you using some of the supplies here combined with some Happy Planner product. So let's pull out what I ordered here. And this is, there's going to be a few like card making things in here too, because I ordered all of this, and I do use these same products, some of these same products for card making. So let's see, okay? We're just going to move card making things to the side, and I'm going to talk about the washies. So, I have really loved the In the Meadow washi. I've used it on a couple of spreads, and I will say I was a little reluctant to use these washies in card making. I couldn't really see I don't know if benefit is the right word, but I just didn't see what like the attraction was until I started using them in my planner, and now I am all in. I absolutely love these. So let's get rid of that. And I think we'll just kind of go through these one by one. Let me grab this. Okay, and let's also grab the coordinating die. So this is going to be the English Garden. So this is the die that coordinates. And if you've seen any of my other videos, I will link to those down below in the description. But those videos show you how I am able to die cut this and make my own stickers. You will need a manual die cutting machine for this, and I will link to my preferred one. These dies are long, so I am going to link to the larger one, but I'll link to both. But I have both machines. I use the smaller one generally for well, this is not wanting to come up very good, you guys. Sometimes getting washi started is a pain. There we go. So let's just do this. I really wanted to pull it out and show you. All right. So it's this gorgeous wreath and florals. This is a different colorway, and then you can see it repeats. So that is what we're looking at here. Obviously this one's probably ruined, but that's okay. I can always die cut this portion just on its own and then die cut the rest of it, because I generally like a little bit more anyway. And do you see that there's a pretty little butterfly? This is called English Garden. So I use wax paper. I place a strip of this, so like I would cut it off. I would place this on wax paper and then run it through my die cutting machine. And you are going to see that when I do a spread here in a little bit. We'll pick one of these or two, can even combine them a little bit, and we're just going to leave that. Okay, so again, English Garden. Maybe I'll set it like that so it doesn't roll all over the place. All right, Joyful Bouquet is next, which I know this is Joyful Bouquet. And I swear the unwrapping of washi is the worst part. Oh, this one opened a lot better than the first one. Awesome. Alrighty. So we're going to find where it starts here. Yeah, this one opened a lot nicer. Sometimes that happens. All right. And then there you can see the design, and then it starts to repeat. So it is honestly gorgeous bouquet. I hope you can see that. This one has some foiling on it. So did the first one. In fact, several of them today have foiling. I think all but one. And this is called Joyful Bouquet. Next, we have the Anemone. I hope I said that right. Magic. I always say that wrong. I don't know why. I just do. And I'm really excited about this. I have been into purple lately. And so I was really excited. Blues and purples. Let's see. And of course, it did not tear down easy. But the good news about unwrapping all of these on camera is then they're all unwrapped and ready for use, which I love. Oh, that's maybe not the... Let's find where it starts. And I just try to get a corner. That generally will work. Let's do the other corner here. And look at the color of these, you guys. Isn't that beautiful? I think these are so pretty. So that is the next one there. Then we have, I only have 2 more. The rest of these I'm not actually going to be using. I did buy the stencils that coordinate with these. That is for card making. If I don't feel like using washi, or so that I can extend the life of these, I could use the stenciling, I guess, even in my planner. This is Indigo Vines, which is this is probably the one that I wanted the most, although I love all of these. But this is the one I saw and wanted really bad. So let's see. Let's grab this little doodad. All right. I just have to move this out of the way. It sticks to everything. Plastic packaging, not my favorite. Okay. There we go. And look at these. How gorgeous is that? Isn't that beautiful? The blues. For whatever reason, I felt this was really wintry and great for January spreads. So I'm kind of excited to break this out. We might be using this today. And this is Indigo Vines. And then finally we have Hydrangea and Rose. Let's see where that little... Oh no, is there not one? This is a lot like how my unboxing from the washi tape shop went as well. And that's to say not great, because unpackaging all of these is such a pain. When my order from the washi tape shop comes, I'm going to tell you guys straight up, I'm not going to unbox it on camera. I mean, I will unbox it or show you all of it, but I'm going to unwrap it all before the video because it's just crazy. All right, that actually came off not too bad. And then let's roll out this one and check it out. So I guess what I was saying was this does require a die cutting machine. And I know a lot of us are multi-craft crafters, meaning we have several crafts and you might already have one. There's lots of different die cutting machines out there on the market. I'm going to show you the Spellbinders ones, which are my favorite, but definitely you can use lots of different Sizzix, the Big Shot, whatever you prefer. I'm just going to show or link to the ones I actually use. This has some foiling too. Look how pretty. This is really kind of springy feeling to me. And again, this is called Hydrangea and Rose. So those are the 5 sets I got. Let me kind of lay them out here to show you. And then we'll move all of this stuff out of the way and we'll put together a spread with this, and I will show you how I'm going to use some of these for another spread this week. And I'm also going to link down in the description below the 2 spreads I have already done with another set that I already own, so you can kind of just see how they work for different spreads. I know I mentioned this in another video. I struggled using florals, just regular floral stickers, and but these really work for me. Using them in my planner, let me clarify that a little bit better. These really work for me. I think that they are beautiful and lovely, and I am a big proponent for using what works for you. So let's go ahead and move on to creating a spread.
So we are going to be working on my classic vertical spread for the week of January 17th through the 23rd, 2022. I have a little sticky note here for an appointment I have this week, and I am going to be using the Hydrangea and Rose die and washi that I just unboxed for my spread, as well as a Disney Princess sticker book and from the Happy Planner, and the Caregiver, oh my goodness, I can't talk, sticker book from the Happy Planner. So first up, I have my Spellbinders Platinum die cutting machine. This is the larger size machine with the long platform. And I am going to take a piece of wax paper, and I'm going to take a length of the Hydrangea and Rose washi tape and place it on the wax paper. The reason being is I want it to be able to peel off easily off the surface that I'm going to be die cutting. If I place the washi directly on the Spellbinders cutting plate or any cutting plate, it could stick to the cutting plate, which you could probably get it off, but there's more than likely, at least in my case, residue from paper on there, which is going to impact how sticky the washi is. So that's the first reason. The second thing is the washi obviously could be adhered to a piece of cardstock. I would probably use a white cardstock so that the images are showy and run through, but then you're going to have to use some sort of adhesive to stick them to your planner. My goal is to not have to use any adhesive other than the washi adhesive. It's sticky enough as is, and so I am using the wax paper as a sticker backer. Now, the way I cut out my washi, or the way this roll started, it kind of started midway through. So I actually pieced together how I die cut this, and that allows me to get pretty much all these little bits and pieces. I kept those little half cut images because they're going to be fantastic for placing along an edge. I often trim my washi florals, whether they're washi florals. I often trim my florals, whether they're washi or sticker florals from the Happy Planner sticker books or whatever. I like to kind of have them cut along the edge so it gives you a nice flat edge that frames up your boxes or your spread. Now, I loved last week's spread with the tangled images so much that I decided to do some Snow White images this week. Yes, it's completely if you want to scrap lifted or planner lifted, whatever you want to call it, from last week's spread, where I used Pinkfresh washi and princess stickers. But I find if there is something that works, there's no harm in repeating it. Especially, time was limited for me. I spent a good portion of my weekend quilting. It is what I wanted to do. I have not gotten to spend a weekend just quilting in so long, and I did not spend like a lot of time working on my planner, but I still need to get my planner set up for the week. And because of that, I decided to just kind of go with something that worked, and I literally had this spread done in about 35 minutes from start to finish. This is one of the fastest spreads I've done, and I truly think it's because I took components that work for me and I pulled them into this spread. So you'll notice I did white out the mini. I know I've talked about this before, that I really wish they had not added that mini to the weekly spreads because I cover her up more times than not. But that's okay. I used a little whiteout, and now I'm piecing together the Pinkfresh florals and the Snow White and Dopey image here on the left side of the spread, mixing the florals kind of along the edge around the images. I want it to look like this kind of magical forest type feeling. You can already see over on the right side of the spread, we're going to have two cute critters. Those are also from the Princess Magic sticker book. I will mention this, and I will link to this sticker book in the description below. I know I said this last week when I shared my vertical spread that had the tangled stickers in it. This is my favorite princess sticker book that the Happy Planner did. I think it was maybe like in their second release of princess product, I want to say, and it continues to be my favorite. This is, I like the other ones. I don't want to say that I don't, but this is how this is just nostalgic. Maybe that's the way I should say it. These are just like the nostalgic Disney images for me, and I really, really like them. And I like to find ways to make them work within an quote-unquote adult style, but still be able to use some princesses. Now, this is some washi. I think this is from the Maker series, but I will link exactly which washi this is from the Happy Planner. It's a little skinny washi, and it's going to serve as a great little grounding to the scene we're building along the bottom edge of our spread. And I like that it has a little bit of gold foiling flecks in it, because I think that ties in nicely to the gold flecks from the hydrangea and rose washi tape that we're using on our spread. Now, you may see that I have not completely flattened down some of the floral images, and that is very much on purpose, because I do want to be able to maybe move things, tuck things underneath, whatever the case may be. This is a spread. I didn't even use wax paper to design this. The only wax paper used here was as backers for my washi tape stickers. So I don't do that very often, but it does eliminate a little bit of time if you can just go ahead and pop things down in place on your spread. I did tear both ends of the washi tape for a nice little torn look, I guess, if you will, there. And then I've got a long sticker box that I'm going to place over here in the sidebar. I liked it. I like the little touch of mint. I think it really picks up some of the colors in the leaves in the washi. And it says, "This week's love letter to myself." I kind of thought that was fun and a great little idea to add to the sidebar. I wanted to use this sticker, and then I opted not to. So I know you're seeing it here, but I am going to peel it up and off. Sometimes things change and you just have to adjust. So I want to talk a little bit about the things that I'm repeating. I repeated a scene with princess stickers and florals. I did move the scene down. Other than Snow White, she's a little taller than just that bottom row of boxes. The scene mostly takes place in that bottom row. So that's kind of what we have going on there. Up in the top row, I'm going back to my checklists. You guys already know I love my checklists, and I'm going to place checklists in each of these boxes. Now, I only used 2 sticker books today in addition to my washi, the Princess Magic and the Caregiver. Caregiver is where the sidebar sticker came from. It's where our checklists are coming from, and they have a couple other colors, but I'm using the pink, mint, and yellow, as that really pulls from the rest of the stickers in my spread. Now, I started laying these down and I realized that they had more mint stickers than yellow or pink, so I rearranged those so that I would have enough of these checklists for my spread. These are short checklists. Well, that's going to be great because I did want to pull some of the florals along the bottom edge of my spread up along the top, almost framing up, if you will, the spread. And so by doing that, it just balances everything beautifully. You don't lose any functionality of those top boxes. There's still checklists in each and every one of them, which I love. You guys, if you followed me at all, you know that I do that a lot. If you're new, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. And then I thought it would be really fun to take the priority to do noted stickers from the Caregiver book in the same mint yellow and rose pink colors. or mauve pink, whatever you want to call it, and place those along the top edge. So in order to make my florals fit, it really ends up looking like I had to die cut way more florals than I did. You guys, the florals you saw me die cut at the beginning of this spread are the only things I used. I just cut them apart. So cutting them apart extends the life of them. You can see that one roll of washi will last you a long time. I am currently cutting some of these for my daughter because I thought she might like using them, and I get so many in this roll of washi. So I thought I would just share the love a little bit, which I think is really fun as well. So maybe if you have a friend who likes to plan, you guys could go together and split them, but just die cut them all at one time. I really think when I die cut all of my daughters, I think I'm going to die cut a couple of sets for myself that I keep in my washi drawer, so that when I go to plan, I don't have to like get the dies out and everything every single time. It would be nice to just have some pre-die cut and ready to go. If I do that, I may share like a video just kind of showing you how I'm storing them and keeping them organized. So here I I trimmed apart with my scissors this longer piece of floral, and I think that's going to fit right here beautifully. And by trimming it along the top edge, it keeps the day of the week just free from having any decorative element other than the cute Mickey ears, of course, that they cut. And I think the yellow really ties in nice with the yellow in the spread. I know I've talked about that before, that I don't know if the yellow is always going to work. It is kind of a neutrally brownish yellow, if you will, which I do like. Obviously, I loved this planner enough to buy it, but I have a feeling at times it might not coordinate with my spread so well, but we shall see. You can always Franken plan. I love mixing and matching, as you guys probably know. And then this is going to be another consistency. So a couple of things. You guys know I love scenes. I've added my scene to my spread. You guys know I love checklists. I add the checklist to my spread. This is my personal spread. Now, there's going to be a pretty big space in the center of our spread, and I'm just simply filling in the florals along the top edge right now. But that space in the middle is going to be a great space to add some boxes. I feel like we need to add a little something else going on and fill this in a bit. And I'll show you how I'm even able to incorporate a few more of my washi stickers that I have left over. There's not a ton left. I have a few little pieces that I maybe trimmed off of other things here and there, but we're going to be able to kind of utilize everything really nicely. I also took this quote that says, "Worrying does not take away tomorrow's troubles, it takes away today's peace." It's a quote by Randy Armstrong, and it's in a gold foil. It is from the Caregiver book. I had originally thought to put it over on the left, but I felt like that was a little too heavy for that side of the spread, so I shifted it over to the right, and I haven't completely pressed it down just in case I have to move it, and let's just say that's a good thing because I do end up having to adjust it a little bit. But I want to take the yellow, pink, and mint boxes from the spread, or pardon me, from the Caregiver sticker book, and I want to add some box clusters throughout, and that's really going to help balance the design beautifully. So the first thing is I have an appointment. You probably saw my little sticky note for Tuesday for a hair appointment, and I found an appointment box that I like to use there. And then they have these really great little triangle appointment stickers for corners. I love that. So I'm going to add that as well, and I'm going to layer my appointment box for Tuesday with a yellow box for Monday. And then I'm going to take a little floral, and I want to tuck, I couldn't decide. So originally I placed this washi sticker here. I'm actually going to move it. I don't love this one, and I will show you I wanted to leave it in so you could see my thought process, because I'm going to do something here on the other side of the spread, which I want to replicate here. So let's go ahead and create another box cluster. Here's that appointment sticker. I love it. I love that it's just this little corner piece. I think it's really, really cute. The colors in this book are beautiful. I'd love to see Happy Planner do maybe another sticker book with these colors at some point. I also think I want to use a big sticker book somewhere, and I think I'm going to, yes, this is a pink one. It says on a positive note. I'm going to use this big box on the weekend. I have been doing a lot of quilting on the weekend, so that box actually is going to house like my weekend plans for quilting. Pardon Brody, my little old man Shih Tzu. He's sneezing in the background. So that is going to be my quilting plans for the week, and I wanted something to highlight that, really, because I generally have like some lofty quilting goals, and I kind of keep those here. Stay tuned, because you will be seeing, finally, I filmed it forever ago, you guys, and I just never have gotten it edited and put up, but I have a quilting and a cross stitch section that I made title pages for in my planner, in my Franken planner, and I am going to be sharing that this week, finally. And so you kind of see that there, but I just write down like what I want to do that week in a place, usually on the weekend, on my vertical spread, because that's like personal life stuff. That is not anything for work at all. That is just simply sewing I want to do for the sake of sewing. And I finished a huge project last weekend that I mostly finished it. I figured it out and I sewed most of it. So I'm really excited about finishing up a big project. I don't like the little notch in this yellow box, so I actually layered a little pink box over it. Now remember how I said I'm going to be moving that flower on the left side of the spread? This is why. I actually took a bigger piece, or a bigger washi sticker, and I'm going to tuck it here in this corner. When I did this, I instantly loved it. First of all, I like that little pop of floral. I think it fills in some space beautifully. It just goes with the boxes so nicely. But I think the other flower stood out like a sore thumb. So I'm actually going to take this other little tiny piece. I actually ended up using this one over on the right side, but we're going to do something similar over on the left. I like these little touches of florals along the boxes. I hope you guys do too. And really, it's a fantastic way to use up maybe some of those little leftover pieces, or in my case, I'm using up pretty much every little bit of sticker I had left. I think I only had maybe a couple of small pieces left over. And here's a little bit bigger one along that big box for the weekend. We can go ahead and press everything completely down in place. I'm loving, loving, loving all these little florals. Oh yes, I like that so much better, don't you guys? Now, Wednesday looks a little plain. I need to do something with Wednesday. And so I'm gonna go through my boxes. I'm gonna put a couple of small boxes here and add another little floral. That's going to balance out my spread a lot better. So here's one of those. I like these little remember and don't forget. I think they're great. Brody, you guys, I'm so sorry. I'm even editing this. I probably could edit that out. Digging in his bed to get comfortable. Everyone with dogs understands that sometimes they just want to be seen or heard, and they make themselves a little bit of a nuisance. Okay, I'm going to cut a little bit bigger piece just to fit right above these. And again, it balances the design. That is the last thing I'm going to do for, oh no, there's one more tiny little thing. So as I was finishing up my spread, I noticed that washi along the bottom. I actually took a little piece of it and I'm going to use it to appear to tape up that long box in my sidebar. It adds another little pop of color up here and it just finishes off my spread perfectly. Thank you guys so much for joining me today for my vertical spread. for the week of January 17th through the 23rd. The supplies I used are listed and linked below the video here on YouTube. Please remember to subscribe to my channel, hit that like button, and don't forget to click the notification bell so you're always notified when I have a new planning video. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, and we'll see you next time.